entrance to Site 12. Same site I went in the winter. Only now it's the middle of summer. There's somebody next door too, so I'm going to try not to talk too much. But I'm going to head on down. It's a good 90-degree day outside. A little breezy, you can probably hear that. The office was closed, so I can't exactly put my sign on there, but I have a reservation and a confirmation number online, so I should be good. Lots of flowers. Well, I'm up here at camp and I realized I made a mistake. I originally had my my Z-Pack Solplex packed with the stakes inside the bag, and then I decided to switch to my hammock and my new Cuben fiber tarp. Problem is, and there you are, see me swatting at the bugs, is that I don't have the stakes packed in with the tarp. So, and I do have stakes packed in with the tent, so I didn't really think, hey, I need to grab stakes. So, nature doing the work for me today. I used a couple sticks that I found and just kind of whittled out, and then on the back side I'm using some logs that somebody left from previous go around that was near the fire pit, so hopefully that'll hold me down. It's gonna be a little windy tonight, and it might even rain. In fact, I actually did not plan this trip until I knew it would rain, so it's going to rain tonight. Question is when. And is it going to be windy, and will that hold up? Well, you didn't hear much from me last night. I got into camp, set up my hammock and my tarp and everything, and got dinner going, and then I made a little oops. I decided to put together my mountain house meal really quick, just something simple, and I learned a lesson. The old thing, shaken not stirred, should actually go the other way. Stirred, not shaken, because you should really follow the instructions on the mountain house meals and stir them, but do not shake, because I had the bag rupture and super hot boiling water and rice and everything else just kind of fall out onto my forearm and got a nice little burn from it. Luckily, yeah, I'm taking a look at it. It's not too bad now. It hurt like the dickens for about an hour. I was ready to pack up and go home and just run it under cold water for a while, but instead I just walked over to the water spigot and took care of it over there, and filled up my water bottles, and every time it started to burn I just kept pouring it on, and eventually it kind of subsided, and I ate the meal that was hurting me, and now I'm rocking and rolling and got some sleep in. It's about 4:30. Starting to get a little bright out here with the twilight coming in, and I'll be darned if you can't see everything through this Cuben tarp. I could probably not see anything or even know for another hour or two until the sun starts coming up in my my darker tarp, but this thing is pretty see-through. I can see all the trees, and yeah, can't really show you much. It's still dark enough. Probably. Oh no, yeah, there you go. Yep, this is at 5:06 as of right now. I decided I was going to go in the rain, and I think I mentioned that earlier in the video, and the reason for that was there's a little ultralight challenge on Reddit that says, hey, go out purposefully in bad weather, but make sure you're safe. So I looked at the radar, waited until I found out and knew that it was going to rain, and then hit the road and got here at about 7 o'clock at night and slept through the rain. Just to test out this tarp, make sure it was good. Definitely different than sil poly, sil nylon. Does not spray at all when the big raindrops hit. So that is a huge difference with the Cuben over the specifically sil nylon. I haven't really tried out my sil poly in that much rain yet. So yeah. And even with the sil nylon, it's not terrible. I mean, the night that I got sprayed, we also got 5 inches of rain that night. They're still trying to figure out what happened. I actually talked to a weather forensic scientist that said, yeah, we're still working on that one. And that was the Monticello storm a few years back. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, I'm going to get everything together, get out. Also, I'd like to mention the stakes held up, by the way. So I'm going to shut up and hopefully not wake up any campers that are out here. Get my breakfast going quietly. See if I can get out here before everyone wakes up and maybe avoid traffic on the way home. Again, there's my nature-made stakes that I used for the night. There's another one right there. Here's a stick, and then 2 logs, well, partials, holding down the back end. I was going to have the bar last night, but got to be a little too late. My arm was kind of sore, so kind of left it to that. And then I've got, I might eat it for breakfast actually. It sounds like a good little sugary treat in the morning to get me going. And then I've got some Quaker maple and brown sugar oatmeal, and maybe a little Justin's peanut butter for later, along with a little lemonade. Take a little adventure into how I pack my cook kit really quick. I'm just going to focus on the cook kit itself. So inside we've got just a few things really. Just got a spoon, splash fork, also called a spork, foldable, that way it can fit into the pot. Pot's not that big, it's a soloist, I believe. Not a soloist, but a minimalist, or whatever the heck it is. It's a Snow Peak. An old school camp cup to measure water. Cat can stove, wood gas. And then I always bring these matches because they never go bad. They're waterproof, they're windproof, they're awesome. And then I've been trying out this Vargo windshield with some pretty good success, or wind block, or whatever you want to call it. I brought this on my winter trip, and now I am using it here. So I'm going to set up everything and kind of get breakfast going and report back. So I know it's only about 5:30, but the hat is on because the bugs are horrible. I got gnats, I got mosquitoes. I've already got my bug spray on, but gnats seem to bother you whether you got bug spray on or not. So, yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Got ounce markings on the side of my bottle, and then half ounces, if you can see that in the sunlight. And it doesn't work this way. I have it marked so that it works, well, this way from the top, because it's not a perfect ounced bottle. So try to get that so you can see it there. There you go. Where zero's at the top, and then you squeeze it out and you can see how much you're using. Just makes for easier measuring from my standpoint. Maybe you guys will pick up on that one. Maybe it's useless to you. But that's it right there. This is my setup. I put my water in, make sure it's cozy off, and toss it on and burn it. Also, most people get the stove lit just as they're putting their water on. I was just doing the match thing for demonstration purposes. So this is how that stove works. You can kind of see, I just set the pot on and it burns on the outside. You can set it on directly, and then you can wrap the windbreak or windshield or wind whatever you want to call it right around there, and it protects it. And I can close it down more if it gets windier or whatever. So the Trader Joe's cinnamon bar actually tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So technically I'm eating cereal, right? So good. Some of you guys are probably wondering what my setup is for this journey, so I'm going to show you here. This is the Hammock Gear Cuben Fiber Tarp with doors, 11 foot, with mesh snake skins. Also, it's starting to rain. Sweet. My Warbonnet dual layer Blackbird. Let's hop under here quick. Just take a quick look here at the insulation. This is a Warbonnet Yeti 40. So it's just a half-length quilt. And then inside the bag here I've got my Enlightened equipment Enigma 40. That's about it. That's the whole setup. Weighs in at about, let's see here, I don't know, somewhere around 4 pounds. So it's a pretty good ultralight hammock setup. The underquilt's about 9 ounces, the overquilt, I'll have to just post it somewhere here up in the corner of the video. Tarp with the tie-outs without stakes is probably around 10 ounces with all the ropes and all the Dutchware and everything. And then the overquilt, I don't want to embellish, I think it's 28 ounces, but I'll post the weights to everything in the corner so that you guys are aware of, you know, just kind of what everything weighs. But it's a crazy light shelter and it's crazy comfortable. The one problem, of course, being that I noticed is that I'm a little neurotic when it comes to light, and I wake up the moment the sky starts getting bright. So I'll probably keep using the tarp for a while. I'm going to shut this off so it doesn't get wet. So here's the Appalachian Ultralight Thru-Hiker. It's got some stuff in it. Packed for this entire journey. Just an overnighter, but if you take a look at how big it is compared to a 1 liter smart water bottle. Some of you guys are familiar with the size of that. Just your general 1 liter bottle. It's a great pack. It's not very big. It's actually folded down quite a bit compared to its full size, but you know, you pack small, you pack light. Use the right pack and you got yourself the perfect load to carry. Haven't had anyone ask me if I'm going on a day hike yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. One side has the pole rope to kind of just hold on to that stuff. Didn't even use this, but there's some shock cord down there at the bottom to hold on a sleeping pad or a tent or whatever you got. And then my fuel bottle, and then this bottle goes in that pocket. Other side I got my other water bottle, and then my trekking poles, which I didn't use. I thought maybe I'd go to port mode. I didn't. Carry some dead weight there. Oh well. Folds down nicely, roll top, waterproof, Cuben fiber hybrid bag. There's a lot of different fabrics, but this is the Cuben fiber hybrid. It's a 10-ounce pack. Again, that's made by Cody over at Appalachian Ultralight. Well, it's 6:36 and I am out of here. The rest of the world's just waking up, maybe going to work. I'm enjoying this. There we go. I just ran into a really cool guy named Bob who was telling me all about his hyperlight experience. Looking at a pack, I showed him my pack, and he was pretty impressed. Well, the gnats are something else. I'm gonna see if I can get a video of this. They're mostly around my camera right now. They are undeterred by the Picaridin, Picard, Pikachu, whatever you call it, bug spray that I'm wearing. Just absolutely attacking me. I don't know about you, but those spiders are gonna give me the creepy crawlies. Ugh. Star Wars tribute. So we're at a flood warning stage right now. Can't even get access to the dock. Well, I guess you could. It's just a little tough. This is usually a forest. You can see a forest floor. Got a bridge coming up that's usually got a little stream running under it. Let's take a look at that. That is not a stream. That's a lot of water. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to stay away from these bugs.